Children. They are our future, the ones who get to write the next chapter in humanity's history. We teach them, protect them, feed them, and care for them to the best of our abilities. We know that they are our only true legacy, so our children are always our main focus. The family's focus. But what about the rest of the animal kingdom? Are their children just as important to them as ours are to us? What's it like to be in the families of other species? These are some of the questions we'll try to answer in the next 5 episodes of this new series. Today, we'll look at families. Hello, and welcome to 7 Facts. The mountain gorillas of Central Africa are the largest primates in existence today. They are massive and frightening and can indeed rip you in half if they wish to do so. But they are in fact shy and gentle animals that rarely resort to violence. And they, just like us, live in families. The family is the main focus of this hominid's life. The mountain gorilla is highly social and lives in relatively stable groups. They are not territorial. If they attack, they do it to protect the family. Most groups are led by one dominant male, a silverback, whose job is to protect, resolve conflicts, and fight off rival males. Adult mountain gorillas can live together in a family for their entire life and are among the most stable families in the animal kingdom. Sometimes females can be seduced by other males and join their families. This means that the females in a gorilla family might not be related, and this constitutes the main source of conflicts in a mountain gorilla's family. On the other hand, this ensures a sufficient genetic diversity, and all of the females will tend to the cubs, thus giving them a maximum chance for survival. One species that stands out when it comes to family life is the elephant. A female elephant's life is ruled by a matriarch. The oldest female member of the group is always the leader. Her vast, decades worth of experience and knowledge are what keep the family safe. She will know where to find water or food, when to hide, and when to attack. The family will always protect their young by pushing them in the middle of the group while the rest fight off any attacker. When a member does die, the rest will take notice and will mourn her for the rest of their lives. The matriarch rules the family until her death, or if she no longer has the energy to lead. When this happens, it's her eldest daughter that takes over the role of the leader. This behavior shows a high level of intelligence, and elephant families are indeed among the most well-organized groups on Earth. Male elephants are different though. Once they reach adulthood, they leave the family to live on their own or with other males. It's not only mammals that live in families. Insects do it too. Beehives are among the most complex social structures of any living organisms. In this family, it's the queen who rules them all. Her means of controlling the hive are mainly made up of one tool: pheromones. These pheromones are what keep the social order. For instance, they stunt the sexual development of workers, all females, thus eliminating the competition. One beehive can have up to 50,000 members, so controlling such a large family is not easy. Only about 1,000 of them are drones or non-working male honeybees. The rest are workers, who pretty much do all the work. Collect pollen, nectar and water, build honeycombs, care for the eggs, and defend the colony. And defend they will. In an effort to defend the colony, worker honeybees are willing to sacrifice themselves by the thousands if necessary. This is probably one of the most exemplary, altruistic behavior in the animal kingdom. The only one who gets to reproduce is the queen. She makes up to 2,000 eggs per day. The only times she leaves her colony is on 2 occasions. At the start of her rule, when she mates with up to 10 drones, and at the end of her rule, when her pheromones are no longer potent, so she gathers a few thousand workers and leaves the hive for good. When this happens, the remaining workers already prepared other potential queens. The first and most capable of them will kill the rest of her sisters and begin her rule. Before we continue, I'd like to ask you one thing. This channel has no sponsors, so if you enjoy the content I make, please consider supporting these videos by becoming a patron. You can check out my Patreon page by clicking here, or find the link in the description. Okay, now we can move on to the next fact. Meerkats or surrogates are among the cutest animals on Earth, at least in my opinion. But they also build among the most successful families. A group of meerkats is called a mob or gang that's made up of about 20 to 30 individuals. Meerkats are small burrowing animals living in large underground networks with multiple entrances which they leave only during the day. They're not the biggest nor the strongest, so they protect their gangs with the help of sentries. While standing guard, the sentry stands up and continuously looks around for predators. When a predator is spotted, the sentry gives a warning bark or whistle, and other members of the group run and hide in one of the many holes they have spread across their territory. While the sentry might seem to be the most vulnerable, it is in fact the most protected. Immediately after warning the others, the sentry is the first to hide in a nearby burrow. Meerkats are also very social. They babysit youngsters and defend them, even if it means endangering their own lives. They also collaborate with other gangs and even with other species, like the mongoose or squirrels. Ostriches are among nature's most spectacular animals. They live in the dry savannas of Africa and Southwest Asia in groups of 2. Male ostriches can reach a height of 2.5 meters. They are the world's largest bird species. They're flightless, but they can run with a speed of up to 70 km per hour, which makes them the fastest two-legged animal on Earth. Oh, and don't get too close to them either. Their legs are so strong that one strike can actually kill a lion, not to mention a human. So what's it like to live in an ostrich family? Well, the male is polygamous, meaning it mates with several females. All of those females lay their eggs in the same nest, but only one dominant female will care for them. If there are too many eggs, she will push out those that are not hers. When the eggs hatch, the baby ostriches are protected by both parents. Sometimes, to fool predators, one of the parents will pretend to be hurt to lure them away from their younglings. However, they may sometimes fiercely fight predators, especially when chicks are being defended, and have been capable of killing even lions in such confrontations. So, no, ostriches are not cowards and most definitely don't bury their head in the sand for any reason. Wolves have been among the most feared and revered animals throughout history. Of course, they are not mindless killing machines, but complex beings who lived in a strict social hierarchy. A pack of wolves starts with the alpha pair, a dominant male and female. They are the only ones who mate. The rest of the pack, usually another 3 to 9 individuals, will help the mating pair to protect their cubs. The social hierarchy is strict. All members know their place and will allow to be dominated, and all count on the leadership of the alpha. All the members might occasionally provoke the leader in an attempt to take over the pack. In any case, if there's a cub involved, don't get close. The entire pack will defend the cubs and their mother without hesitation. On a side note, wolves do not howl at the moon. They howl to communicate. It's how they assemble the pack, alarm the others in case of danger, locate each other during storms or across great distances, and even mourn. That's right, wolves mourn their dead, just like countless other species do. Killer whales or orcas have a fearsome reputation, but are in fact highly intelligent beings. They are highly social. Populations are composed of matrilineal family groups, called pods, which are the most stable of any animal species. Their sophisticated hunting techniques and vocal behaviors, which are often specific to a particular group and passed across generations, have been described as manifestations of actual animal culture. Unlike any other known mammal social structure, killer whales live with their mothers for their entire lives. These family groups are based on matrilines, consisting of the eldest female, the matriarch, and her sons and daughters, and the descendants of her daughters. The matrilines then join forces with other families and form pods that might get separated for weeks or even months, but always return to form a single group. Collaboration and social interaction in these pods are astoundingly complex. Only elephants and higher primates live in comparably complex social structures. Clans, the next level of the social structure, are composed of pods with similar dialects. Yes, actual dialects, and also common but older maternal heritage. Orcas are known to help weaker, older, and injured members of their family and form the most stable and harmonious families on Earth. I hope this video was interesting enough to have inspired you to look into it further on your own. If you liked it, leave a like and subscribe. You can leave your comments downstairs, and you can also check out my Patreon page if you want to support me. I hope to see you next time. Bye.